If you're born on the 13th of any month, this video is for you, and it's based on the wisdom and teachings of Vedic numerology. I'm a Vedic numerologist and astrologer here to help you live your best life. Okay. So the 13th, this is a really powerful date of birth, and you are heavily connected to the karmic patterns of your father, irrespective of whether you get along with him or you don't. So we analyze your date of birth, the 13th, through the Vedic grid. I have another video farther back on how to create the Vedic grid and what it's all about. But for now, I'm going to put your numbers into the grid to show you this. Okay. So the number 1 goes here. Number 1, which is the father in anyone's grid, holds the most power in a grid. But for you, and actually for anyone born on the 10th through the 19th of the month, they are heavily connected to the father and the paternal ancestry. And then the other number in your date of birth is a 3. That's ruled by Jupiter. We put that here. But remember, number 1 holds the most power because it is the first number in your date of birth. And so there are huge teachings from the father. Even if you learned how you don't want to be from your father, he still has huge teachings that he has given you and passed down. And he was teaching you all there is to know about life. Now, I want to be clear, other numbers within your grid can change how the father was, but this is what the energy passed on to you was. Now, the final piece is if there is a double digit for the date of birth, we add that and put it in as well. And so the 1 plus 3 becomes 4. And so that is your birth number, number 4, and you're ruled by Rahu. And what is Rahu? At its highest vibration, number 4 energy is great intelligence. It's outside of the box ideas and ways of thinking. It can make someone also highly psychic, depending on other numbers that are in the grid, but it makes someone be ahead of their time. So your father himself was quirky, eccentric, brilliant. He had these outside of the box ways of thinking about things, and he could anticipate problems before they would come and how to solve them. And so even if you have other numbers in your grid that have changed this dynamic, that is the core of who you are, and it came from your father, right? We have number 1, the sun, number 3, Jupiter. You're very wise. You have a lot to teach people. You're very benevolent. And number 4 is these brilliant ideas and this very different way of carrying yourself through the world. Now, one thing I will say is this sun, number 1 is the sun square to number 4. Other numbers are going to change the dynamic and the flavor of this, but there are inherent problems, and that is why it is your karmic duty to stabilize your relationship with your father. I know some relationships are beyond the point of repair, but if you are not to that point, it's your karmic duty to really solidify the relationship with the father. If you have a really strong relationship with him, then you need to reach out to him as frequently as you can. Give him a call or a text every day. What you want to do, though, is make sure that when you guys hang out, that you're doing something unorthodox, because number 4, Rahu, is a very unorthodox planet. And so don't just go out to dinner and chat. Do something that you wouldn't normally do, right? Go to an amusement park. Do something silly and quirky. Number 3, Jupiter is attached to higher wisdom and knowledge. And so go and do something that has to do with that, like some kind of a lecture. Don't just go out to dinner. The other thing that I recommend that you do is listen to his advice, right? Because we have 1, 1 and a 3. So he is the authority on what is higher and what is greater and wisdom in life, right? Because number 3, Jupiter, is wisdom. Even if he himself has struggled in life and not been able to be moral in his own life, right? This is not for everyone. We see this through multiple 3s or multiple 1s that are being afflicted. he still has that inherent sense of wisdom and can pass that on to you. So if he offers these like bizarre ideas, listen to them and take notice of them, and then figure out, based on your life path number, right, all the numbers in your date of birth added together, how you can expand the idea that he has given you. Because again, you're born on the 13th. That's the karmic energy you have come in with from past lives. It makes a very kind, benevolent father, but other numbers from your date of birth can influence this. But that inherent energy is one of a father having deep understanding and knowledge about how you can shine in the world in a different way. And although sometimes there can be problems in getting there, especially if you don't have a 5 within your grid, listen to your father's advice, because he is the reason you have this really outside of the box way of going through the world. Now, if there's multiple 3s in your grid, it can create problems with the father not always being moral, and it doesn't have to be for a bad thing, right? He could see that something needs to happen for the greater good, but get there in an immoral way. So do your best to not blame him for things that he may have done. The two of you are meant to work through this together. That's just, the energy that he has come in with. If you have multiple 1s in your grid, again, I have a video farther back on how to create the grid, and one of them is not a life path number. It could be the father has guided you greatly. He may show up as being very confident in the world, but he himself is struggling inside to really stand in his own power. And so you can guide him because he has a great wealth of information to offer.